guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adenike Olakunle. As you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be sharing something that is super personal to me, the things that I wish I knew before becoming a mom. So whether you are a first-time mommy, a mommy to be, or you are just curious, you just want to know, you are just preparing your mind or whatever, this video is for you. Before we dig in, can we agree? I want us to agree that two truths can coexist. So for example, you can be grateful for your blessing and still acknowledge that sometimes you are exhausted, you are tired, and in fact, you can be sad. Sometimes you can miss who you were and wish, those times could come back. So two truths can exist because the fear of not wanting to sound ungrateful made me, and I know it makes a lot of people to keep quiet about their struggles because they don't want to appear as if they are ungrateful or they're not really, they don't really value what God has done for them, or they weren't prepared before their blessings came even though they were praying for it. I haven't settled that. I'd like to proceed into the things that I wish I knew before becoming a mom. The first thing I wish I knew before becoming a mom was the emotional realities. I mean, the emotional roller coaster, how you feel such an overwhelming love for the new human that just came out of you. And you're just overwhelmed. Like I don't know about you, but I was really just overwhelmed. I mean, I'm sitting comfortably in just pouring all my love on my daughter. And 1 minute you are, happy, joyful, grateful. And the next minute you are overwhelmed, you are exhausted, you are tired. You suddenly wish for the times that you had before you had a baby. I don't know if that's you, but that was me. And I wish I knew that it was normal, that you were going to have it, that it was normal to have these things, to feel that way as a new mom. I wish I knew, because some days I'm really feeling guilty, like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I not happy? Why am I feeling like I'm tired? Why am I, the guilt? No one told me about it. And I wish I knew. And it would probably just help me to acknowledge it, accept that it is real, it's okay, and it will not last forever, and it will pass. Talk about the postpartum emotions as well. You're happy, you are joyful, you are sad, you are feeling all sorts of feelings, really. And so when they're talking about postpartum depression, I used to wonder, like, why would someone who just have a baby have postpartum depression? Because you literally, some people are praying for babies. You got blessed, so what is causing you to be depressed? I wish I knew, but I thank God for the great support that I had, when I had just given birth, because I know how overwhelming it can be, and I can see now why people get depressed when they just have a baby. The postpartum emotions, it's such a roller coaster. The second thing that I wish I knew before becoming a mom is the sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation is not a joke. Sleep deprivation postpartum with a newborn is not a joke, my sisters. I wish I knew. When my mom had our last born, I was already like 14. I had an idea the baby would cry, but people were all around, like my dad's elder sister, my grandmother. They were both around. They were doing shifts. My mom probably didn't have a lot, of work to do, because she would just literally sleep. The baby would drink formula or sometimes breast milk, but she was able to sleep. So I had no idea this is how it could look like in abroad, when you don't really have your family, that you don't have so much people around you that could support you. So the sleep deprivation was real. It was quite intense. even though we bought all the baby crib, the baby cot, and all the nice things, set up baby's room. Baby will be sleeping in our room, and then I'll just be in my own bed. Ah, I wish I knew. I wish someone actually told me about newborn sleep, or infant sleep, that I would be prepared for it. Maybe it would better help me. It would help me to cope much better. But I wish I knew. However, it gets better with time. This is not to scare anyone. It gets better with time. Once you get your routine, once you get your baby's routine, you are figuring out your way, yeah, it get better. They will start to sleep longer. Their sleep pattern would be updated. They would also know that there is day, there is night, and once you figure out that, it becomes much easier and baby sleeps much better, which means that you are going to sleep better as well. The third thing I wish I knew it's okay not to know everything, and that you will learn along the way. It was really like that. I wish I knew that it's okay not to know everything. All the legendary moms, or the OG moms, they didn't come to this world as a mom. They didn't bring all the experiences from heaven. They came to this world as I came, blank. They learned on the job. I wish I realized that on time, and I wouldn't be beating myself up for not knowing something and for not figuring out things as quickly as possible. Because sometimes I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Sometimes when the baby would be crying, maybe I just checked the nappy, or I've just changed the nappy like an hour. I wouldn't think that it could be nappy again. I would dance, we would burp, we would cuddle, and all sort of things. And by the time we check again, we'll see that the baby has pooed, and the baby does not like to sit in a poo. So it'll not be like, God, when will I get this thing right? When will I figure this thing? Why will, I questioned a lot. I questioned my competence a lot. But, it's okay not to know everything. Every experienced mom learned on the job, and it is okay for you to learn on the job, especially if you are a first-time mom. As long as you are open to learning, yeah, it's okay not to know everything. The fourth thing I wish I knew is that it is okay to accept help. Accept help. Like, if someone offers to help you, don't say you want to do everything alone. And I know that first-time moms, the thing usually shock us. My sister, it is okay to accept help. You cannot do it alone. I promise you, you can't. I promise you, you can't. It takes a village. It takes a village. Actually, it takes a village. So it's okay to accept help. I wish I knew that. I struggled a lot with accepting help, because I'm a person who is always up and doing my own thing by myself, because I don't believe people can actually do stuff for me the way I would like it to be done. And it is okay for people not to do it the way you want it to be done, as long as it can relieve you of a particular burden for a time and you can catch your breath in between. That's fine. Next thing that I wish I knew is that having a child will change your relationships. It changes your relationships a lot. Talk about relationship with your spouse, relationship with your friends, relationship with your family. It does change everything. It does change everything. I mean, not like you are going to be fighting everyone, but you now have an adjusted priority. And what that simply means is that you are constantly needed by the baby. This baby is dependent on you. It means that every other thing would sort of take the back seat, including your relationship with yourself. It would sort of take like a back seat, and you start to prioritize the baby because you brought this little human to this world. They cannot figure out anything on their own just yet. So you can't say because you want to keep your friends or your family happy, you then neglect or abandon the baby. Obviously, you have to think about the well-being of the baby, and then every other thing will be planned around the baby, which can sometimes make it look like, you know, you are pulling away from your friends. Wish I knew, maybe I would have been better prepared and I'll just be easy on myself. Most amazing thing is that having a baby also sort of connects you with people that are in the same season as you, because there are people that I would naturally not talk to, or we weren't friends before I had the baby, but the moment we found out we were pregnant together, sort of being in that season together, sort of connected us, united us, and we started to talk, and we could share our minds, we can rub minds, ask each other questions, and juggle, you know, ideas together, which sort of helped. But that does not mean that your existing relationship wouldn't then need a lot of work. And communication was such a huge part of our relationship. So talk about relationship with my husband, deliberate effort, you know, to keep in touch with my husband and not just put baby in the forefront of our relationship all the time. You make sure to reconnect. You see, for my friends, honestly, I shout out to all the friends that understood what it was to be in that season postpartum, and they were able to stay in touch, like calling to check, coming to visit, sticking around even when I wasn't making effort. I'm grateful that the ones that I needed to do too much for, they fell off on the way, and the ones that, you know, put in the work as I'm putting in the work, we are together. Bless the name of the Lord. But if I knew how much that would change, even with myself, I love to take care of myself a lot. But then I became like the second thought, you know, second in my own thoughts. Still thank God for this privilege. I wouldn't trade it for anything. How did I cope with all of these things? The first thing that helped me to cope, asking a lot of questions. I was furnishing myself with information, but obviously that was like medicine after sickness. I think I should have asked all of these questions if I knew before becoming a mom or before the baby arrived. I would ask Google, I would call GP, my midwife, health visitor. It really helped. Some valuable information helped. The second thing that helped me to cope, I journaled a lot, whether journaling with a voice memo or journaling with my hand. I'll just pour out my heart. I'll say, God, can I be real with you? This is how I'm feeling. I can't tell anybody. They think I'm not grateful for my for my blessing, or they think I wasn't prepared for what I was praying for. But you know my heart. You know. I cannot hide from you. This is how I feel. I'm grateful. I'm joyful, but I'm exhausted. I'm overwhelmed. I need help. You know, I journaled a lot of my thoughts down. The third thing that helped me to cope during this time was I did whatever feels right. Whatever feels right, just do it. If it feels right, you see, this cannot harm the baby, it cannot harm you, it cannot do anything to jeopardize all the work that you have put in. If it feels right, it's probably right, so do it. You know, as a mom, you have that instinct. You know what is right. Your God knows what is right. And you have the Holy Spirit. If you're a Christian, you have the Holy Spirit. Do what feels right. What you perceive to be right, just do it. You can't miss it. And while doing what you feel is right, other people will still say, is this how you do it? Yes, this is how I do it. Because if you don't do it, you will not know whether it's right or not. There is no one way to motherhood or parenting. There is no hard and fast rule. Yes, there might be fundamentals and principles. There's no singular experience that is the best experience. It is unique to you and your child. So do what feels right for you and your child. Please, because, there's a way that OG mommies will come with series of advice, and you'll be, at the end of the day, you will enter defensive mode, you will enter questioning mode, you will enter argument mode, and all of those things bring extra stress. Please do what feels right for you. The next thing that helped me to cope was I ate and slept whenever I can. In the early days when the baby is sleeping, I could eat because she used to sleep very long during the day. She can sleep 4 hours straight. So if you want to do something in that moment, you can do it, shower, eat. The other thing that I also did was staying close to mom friends that allowed me to be just who I am, imperfect, without judgment. And my baby can also be a baby around them, because there are so many adults that expect a baby to behave like adults. They expect a baby to sleep like adults. They expect a baby to not be clinging to their mom, as if it was not normal for a baby to cling to the person that gives them comfort and safety. Anywhere I am going, I'm planning around, the people that are going to be there. If I perceive that some people that will be there will be judging my decisions, they will be questioning my parenting or mothering skill, I will not go. I will just give them whatever excuse I can come up with that is, that they can handle. And that will be it for me. It is what it is, I'm not allowing anybody to fiddle with my mind and my emotions. So it really helped me. And the last but not the least, obviously the first thing, I told God everything. I literally told God everything. I still tell God everything about my motherhood, my parenting, whatever it is that bothers my mind. Baby is not sleeping, I'm telling God, if you don't help me, I'm stuck. Those were the things that I wish I knew and how I coped. But you know what? I wouldn't still trade this for anything else. I wouldn't trade this privilege for anything else. I'm so grateful to God. I'm still grateful. If you are a mom, maybe OG mom or a new mom, and you have your own story of what you wish you knew, can you share in the comment section? This might be beneficial to a first-time mom. And if you're a first-time mom, you are watching this video, let me know if this has helped you in the comment section. If you're not subscribed to this channel, what exactly is the challenge? Is it that we are fighting, or you are just beefing me unnecessarily? Well, I mean, this is the right time to subscribe to this channel. I look forward to your comment in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video.